Namaste everyone, Suprabhatam. So, Bhagavad Gita is based on the teaching of Vedas. Entire Vedic teaching can be divided into two parts, Veda Purva and Veda Anta. Till now, chapter 15, up to that, Veda Anta part was highlighted. What is the topic of that? What is the goal of life? The highest goal of life, moksha, freedom from all psychological problems. But to achieve that goal in life, some qualifications, preparations are required. That is highlighted in Veda Purva Bhaga. The lifestyle, the way of life, that will determine whether we can achieve the goal or not. So that is highlighted in Veda Purva in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 16 and chapter 17. Next one. Way of life again is determined by the personality or the character traits that we have. Based on our temperament, we choose certain type of food, certain type of people, the way we interact, everything is different from each other. So that is determined by our character. So our character determines the way of life. And in turn, our way of life will determine whether we can achieve the goal of life or not. Suppose a plant you want to grow in a particular place. Whether the plant will grow or not, that is dependent on so many factors. The temperature, the height of the land, how much water is to be given, how much sunlight exposure the plant need. If everything is provided accordingly, then only the plant can grow completely. Similarly, our life. If we want to grow spiritually, there is certain lifestyle that we have to imbibe. Then only spiritual growth is possible. You might be knowing the famous phrase, watch your thoughts that become your words. Not habit, habit will come. Watch your thoughts that become your words. Watch your words that will become your action. Watch your action that will become your habit. Watch your habit, that will become your character. And watch your character, that will become your destiny. Because character can influence the lifestyle that you lead. Now, coming to this shloka. So, chapter 16 and 17, Veda Purva Bhaga, way of life is dealt. In chapter 16, the characteristics are highlighted. What are sattvika qualities which we should imbibe in our life, which are asuric qualities which we should reduce, and there are rakshasa qualities also, tamasika tendencies, where for my benefit I can harm others also. So if that traits are there in me, immediately that should be dropped. That was told in chapter 16. Now chapter 17, shloka number 1 to 6 has a particular topic based on which the chapter's name is Shraddha Traya Vibhaga, 3 types of Shraddha, faith. Now Arjuna asks a very valid question in shloka number 1. What is the question? That there are some people who do not know the scripture. They don't have access to the scripture. But even then, they have faith on Bhagavan, they perform puja. But they do not know the correct way. So the method may be wrong, like which side to face, what should be offered to a particular deity. All these things may not know what to be offered, what time, when, how. This may not be known by them. But they have complete faith on Bhagavan and they perform. Then which category they will belong to? Sattvika, Rajasika or Tamasika? Now from shloka 2 to shloka 6, Bhagavan has answered. Because there is no one-liner possible. One-line answer not possible. Why? Because if a person knows scripture and is following the method properly, you can tell directly the person is having sattvika shraddha. But here the person does not have exposure of scripture. So you cannot define as sattvika. But the person has faith. This is a unique situation. So for that, Krishna has given that the type of deity one chooses, the mode of worship one takes up, and the motive, the intention one has behind doing worship, based on that one can be categorized as sattvika, rajasika, tamasika. So with that, chapter 6, actually shloka number 6, chapter 17 is actually completed. Om Tat Sat should come. But it has not come because Bhagavan Krishna has decided to highlight about 4 more factors which can be classified into 3 groups, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Why? Because they are also very important for a spiritual seeker. That is there in this shloka. Aharaha tu api sarvasya trividhaha bhavati priyaha यज्ञः तपः तथा दानं तेषां भेदम इमं शृणु. Tu api, and also sarvasya, for everyone, priyaha aharaha trividhaha bhavati. The food that is liked by all people can be classified into three. Similarly, tatha, similarly, yajnaha, worship, tapaha, penance, and danam, charity. Tesham bhedam imam shrunu. All these three also can be classified. And what is the classification? Please listen to that. That is the message of the shloka. Now, why Bhagavan is again bringing up some more topics? That idea is hidden in the small word priyaha. Priyaha word is very important. Why? Because the general rule is that a person who is sattvika, that person will be attracted to sattvika type of food, worship, charity, and penance. But how to know that where I belong? So Bhagavan is giving the description so that we can see the description, the type of food will be described. Like Sattvika person likes this kind of food, Rajasika person likes this kind of food. Now we know what kind of food we like, that is pratyaksha to us. So by seeing which description I fit into, I will know which category I belong to. Now, not only stopping there where I belong to, how I can regulate, improve, and transform myself, that also can be known only when the description is given and I can come to know where I stand. So that is the message of shloka, and because of which Bhagavan gives introduction. From the next shloka onwards, the division will be explained. Thank you.
Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.